Well, good evening, friends. We are getting so close to Christmas. So close. I bet you are just as excited as I am. I know before we get to jump into our beds and get ready for that Christmas morning, we got Christmas Eve services coming up. And this story is about Christmas Eve, the night before Christmas, and all the anticipation and all the hope and all the joy that we feel. The story will help capture it for us. So this is called The Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. And who's St. Nicholas? That's right, Santa Claus. That's right. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. And you can see everybody is in bed waiting for Christmas morning. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. And you can see him jumping out of bed because he heard something out on the lawn. Who could it be? What could it be? The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. See the reindeer up there? Can you name all 8 reindeer? I don't think I can, but maybe you can. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Are you ready for their names? Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Cupid, on Comet, on Donder, on Blitzen. Now we can name them. And there they are before you. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricanes fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. You can see, there's the reindeer, and there's our guy watching them. So up to the housetop, the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. Look at that. Santa has landed the sleigh right there on the roof of their house. How fun would that be? As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney came St. Nicholas with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. Look at that. Santa making his way down the chimney. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. Is that how you imagine Santa Claus too? Yeah, it's a lot like how I always picture Santa Claus. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. There's Santa, holding that little candlelight, smoking a pipe. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. Once he saw how friendly Santa was with that bowl that laughed, that big bowl of jelly, he knew he could feel safe. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. Just in case you ever wondered how Santa went back up that chimney, just like that. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And there goes Santa into the night, heading to the next house. Indeed, 'twas the night before Christmas is a long time story that I'm sure your parents and your grandparents heard when they were growing up, just like you. Well, Christmas Eve is just around the corner. I hope to see you at church. And then as you head home, may it be a night before Christmas that you will always remember as well. Hope you have a good night and you rest well tonight.